Hello everyone! Today you will get the best analysis in the history of the channel. Because as you know, yesterday there was a release of 2 legendary Skibidi series all at once. But the first thing we'll talk about will be the 99th episode of Skibidi Wars, which was released a few hours ago. And what I saw in him made me cry, and my whole body was covered with goosebumps. I am sure that the 99th episode will go down in history of the whole series as the best of all that Virlance has ever produced. It lasts for 7.5 minutes, and this episode showed so many stories and gave answers to the most important questions and revealed lots of mysteries. Well, if you're truly ready to see how the actual sister destroyed the love of Trititan's life and finally find out what terrible secrets the Alliance hides, then put all your business aside for the next 15 minutes and trust me. What is the main goal of the secret agent, and why does he want to destroy the computerman race forever? Why did the Alliance betray TriWoman and risk her life, and then decide to erase her memory? Is it true that the Skibidi army has its own traitor, and why does he want to destroy the Toilet Emperor? Get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I promise you that it will be the most legendary thing you'll see today. Let's go! But before we begin, let me remind you of our main mission, which is to reach 100,000 subscribers on this channel. And we've got to get just a little bit more, so please help me become a real Chad and make my dream come true by subscribing to me right now. Now everything is all set and ready, and the madness is already on your screens. We continue watching the scene the last episode ended with, namely how Titan Cinema Man turned on his red glow and tried to subdue the mind of Tri-Titan. Everything seems to be going according to plan. But at the same time, the big boy sends a signal for help again for his sister and brother. Next, getting to Tri-Pink, you can see this Skibidi toilet who she lured to her side with the help of not the freshest breath that she has. And as it turned out, all these guys continue to stay in the very city from the 96th episode, where the POV heroically managed to send alien body samples to the laboratory. The alien girl flies to help her father, and the camera takes us to another place where you see her brother. And the scoundrel is getting calmed down by Titan Speakerman, hitting him with a sharp blow using 2 legs in the face. But for Tri-Yellow, this battle seems to be way too boring, and he dives underground as if it was just water and also hurries to get to the boss as soon as possible. By the way, as soon as we occur here in this place, you can notice the poor guy in the alien's hand, and this day definitely became the worst day in his entire life. Just imagine how insulting it must be looking to him. The battle here was almost over, but he turned out to be the loser who the monster destroyed last. Also at this moment, Titan Cameraman was watching the whole scene with the escape. Hey dude, don't you want to stop him from running away or anything? Okay, we go back to Tri-Titan at the moment, and fortunately the hypnosis plan works. So the monster starts beating himself, and after that he stands still, and right now its mind is controlled by Cinema Man. And this is a great chance for the Alliance to regain control over it, and Titan Computerman asks the blood to keep the monster in place. The anime Titan wants to access the Tri-Titan's consciousness control unit through the core and pierces the monster's chest with his sharp katana, and the inscription "Restabilizing" appears on his monitor. And this means that as soon as the process will get completed at 100%, the control unit will recover, and Tri-Titan once again becomes a slave in the hands of the Alliance. The camera changes its angle again, but this time we return to the cave where the secret agent was. And that is where the real mind-blowing stuff happens. The big cameraman flies up to Agent V. These 2 guys nod their heads, and it seems like it's time for action. The secret agent attacks the Tri-soldiers with a flash of light, and one of them tries to defend himself. But this is not a serious problem for the Agent V, and with a powerful purple ray, he delivers a crushing blow to the poor fellow, throwing him aside. Also, I would like to go back to the moment with the appearance of the big cameraman in the yellow tie. Virlance has already sent us a leak with this frame in his Discord channel, and I analyzed it in my previous video. But if you haven't watched it, let me quickly explain who this guy is and why he's on the side of the secret agent. The fact is that this is the same big cameraman from episode 94 to whom Agent V left a secret document telling the whole truth about Tri-Titan, and later this lovely couple was seen in episode 95, and there, as you remember, they had a very nice conversation. It is not clear why, but after that the big cameraman disappeared for a really long time, and I am sure that his secret disappearance was due to what was in this document, and at that time we had no information at all about what exactly was written in there. But the 99th episode gives us the answer to this important question. A little later, the traitor cameraman will also get on stage and show you all of his abilities, and then you will find out the whole terrible truth. So watch this video to the end so that you won't miss anything. Well, it seems that the things are going pretty well, and Titan Computerman says that they have very little left to do. The plan is really working, and the procedure for regaining control is already 45% complete. So everything is about to end very soon, and the camera sends us back to the secret agent. Meanwhile, the traitor attacks the cute computerman, and the second one turns to him and says that he remembers him, to which big cameraman only laughs and replies that this is not the case, and then attacks the poor guy. And by the way, he fired from this cannon, and it is very interesting that it looks pretty normal, but its shots have a purple glow, which is exactly the same as jetpack. It is most likely that his entire arsenal has been improved by the secret agent, and it has so much power that it is capable of destroying anyone now. It is also an interesting fact, but at this moment the big cameraman turned to us for the first time from this angle, and it becomes clear that the keyboard was on his shoulders all this time. Let's go back to the episode now, my friends. TriWoman clearly had a tantrum from the fact that she met Agent V again, but he is not her enemy at all and only wants to tell her something. So he puts his hand on her screen again, and it's time to find out the story of a sweet girl before she was turned into Tri-Soldier. We are going back in time for 9 months to one of the Alliance's laboratories. And by the way, a leak with this place was also shown in the Virlance Discord. And oh my god, when I shared the theory about this place in my last video, I couldn't even come close to thinking how confusing it's actually going to be. In fact, in this laboratory, we will finally be told the story of TriWoman and discover the terrible secret that the Alliance has been hiding all this time. Well, you see two lovely ladies in front of whom there is a speakerman, and above there is an inscription, Experimental Facility. Like a true gentleman, the bro invites the girls on a date, and the three of them go down in the elevator, and the gates of the secret room open, and you see the real horror. There is Trititan right in front of us, and the prisoner's hands are securely fixated with traps, and he himself is the main object for experiments. The Alliance kidnapped him and is trying to brainwash him right now, so tvwoman's face is clearly saying something like, "Damn it, what's going on here?" A huge speaker is lifted into the air, and the main worker here is the Titan speakerman, and he helps fixing this thing on the prisoner's body, and a small quarrel occurs between the kids. The scientist presses the button on the remote control, and the main installation appears from under the ground, and with its help, the scoundrel activates a cannon that shoots into the core of Tri-Titan and makes him suffer from great pain. The new presentation from Apple is over, and everyone except tvwoman is leaving. But the lady's heart is obviously torn by the horror that is happening here, and she turns off this merciless cannon. The big boy is grateful to her for this, and tvwoman looks around in different directions to make sure that no one saw it. But unfortunately, her kindness gets noticed with the help of a security camera. Also at this moment, the secret agent is hiding from these guys' sight behind the wall, and he is watching all this. And that's how he knows what really happened to tvwoman before becoming Tri-Soldier. Okay, when the lady was returning to her workplace, she was instantly stopped by security, in the person of several big men and a computerman scientist. This funny guy tells her that the administrators have a special offer for her that cannot be refused and invites her to follow him. And tvwoman falls into this trap, and then she gets forcibly thrown onto a chair and her hands are getting fixed with these strange devices. The scoundrel explains the rules to her and tells her about the new procedure. In short, the whole body of tvwoman needs to be improved and endowed with a part of the power of Tri-Titan so that the monster can be controlled and kept under observation. A huge tube with a purple liquid is connected to the poor girl's TV. The image on the screen changes and she experiences terrible pain. And at this moment, Tri-Titan realizes that now he has a friend with the same strength. Everything really works and the scientist himself cannot believe it. It really looks cool, but there is one terrible secret. If we go back a little bit, then on one of the screens you can notice the inscription Triadian sample loaded. And as it turned out before tvwoman, there were several other attempts to conduct this experiment, and among them there was not a single successful one. All 36 attempts turned out to be failures and all the subjects were destroyed. Also, at the very bottom of the screen you can notice another inscription, and here you can read the name James, as the author of the series himself told me. This is a reference to the name of his main donate maker, who helps the blood in creating episodes. Well, as you already understood, TV Woman did not want to agree to this experiment, and the scientists grabbed her and risked her life in order to subdue Trititan. They decided to do these terrible things because the girl with a kind heart helped the big boy, and a connection appeared between them. As it turned out, the Alliance is not such good guys after all. So not only did these jerks kidnap Trititan, who did nothing wrong, but they also grabbed TV Woman and conducted experiments on her as well, knowing that it is very dangerous and she can become the 37th in the list of those who can get destroyed. We also got an answer to one of the most mysterious questions, namely on whose side the secret agent is, and now it becomes clear why the Blood was hiding all this time and appeared only when he assembled his own team to confront the Alliance. And it was no coincidence that he met Tri-Woman in the cave in episode 97, where he wanted to remind her who she really was. His main goal is to help all those who suffered at the hands of the Alliance, and he wants the aliens to avenge their slavery and for Tri-Woman to also take revenge on all those who ruined her life. Well, for such a betrayal, the scientist must be punished. And fortunately, this is exactly what happens. So the muscular lady frees her hands, and the coward with his friends beg her not to do anything wrong to them. I'm sorry, but Virlance doesn't show us how Tri-Woman kicks the ass of these scientists, and instead sends us to the location where they are experimenting on Trititan. So she orders the speakerman to get away and switches off the gun again, and then turns off the device that was holding the big boy's hands trapped. The alarm goes off everywhere, and one of the cutest scenes in the history of all the multiverses takes place. The huge monster shows his affection towards her, so he stretches out his hand and gently puts his finger on the screen of his new girlfriend. And it seems like they are hugging or something like that. Damn it! This is very nice! Tri-Woman destroys the main device and the hatch of the prison opens. Everything is going well. But while the couple was being lovely to each other, someone shoots at Tri-Woman, and she falls down, and this sneaky attack was made by another lady. The stubborn computerman apologizes to her and says that he cannot let her escape with her new boyfriend. Computer Woman also enters into the conversation and suggests that the modifications that TV Woman received allow her to establish communication with Trititan, and this may help a lot the Alliance in the future. Her friend categorically disagrees with this, and the administration orders them to erase the memory of this rebel in order to gain full control over the monster, as Tri-Woman will be a threat to this contact. Meanwhile, while Titan was calming the alien, the computerman approached the lady and said that he was sorry about all this and he was just following orders. And after that, you see a thing with which Tri-Woman will forever forget about what happened here today. Also, at the moment when the Titan was hurting the alien, you can see how the lovely couple continues to pull their hands to each other. And this scene is very sad, and I want to cry when I realize that these guys will get their memories erased right now. By the way, did you pay attention to how exactly did these computermen receive their orders? They received them from someone called administration. I do not know who exactly they are talking about, but their name was also called by the scientist before luring TV Woman into a trap. And thanks to the 96th episode when the two guys were talking, we learned that the computermen's race was expelled by the head of the Alliance, and she has nothing to do with the administration. They are completely different people. But who are they then? Write in the comments your own theories about who these mysterious characters are, and I will pin the most interesting of them under this video. Well, Computer Woman erases the memory of her friend, and we return back to reality. All these memories make Tri-Woman fly into a rage. Her hands are filled with great power again, and the TV changes its color to purple as on that very day of love. She goes to the long-awaited meeting with her friend, and Computerman tells the secret agent that he made a terrible mistake. And at the same time, the Titans continue to return control of Trititan to the Alliance. The angry Tri-Woman is already rushing to help her boyfriend, and only 3% remains until the control unit is fully restored. But the lady prevents the offenders from doing this and prevents their plans. And Titan Computerman is forced to pull his katana out of the Tri-Titan core at the last moment, and even the Cinema Man screen gets affected a bit, and the hypnosis stops. No one understands what the hell is going on here, and the dude says that they are on the same team. Cinema Man is also in the state of shock, and his emoji literally says, "I don't understand anything. What just happened, girly?" As stupid as it may sound, but I am glad that the alien has been saved, and the couple in love have finally reunited. And a smiley face with tears appears on the lady's screen. "Sorry, I can't go on. I need to cry! After many years of separation, the guys are going to be able to touch one another once again. Meanwhile, the whole alliance is completely befuddled, and the camera changes its angle. One of the aliens finally arrived to help Trititan, who is not aware that his daddy has a sweetheart now. So Pink flies towards her and grabs her with her mouth, and after that, like a dog playing with a toy, she starts shaking Woman in different directions, and after playing enough, she eats Woman instead of lunch. Her brother was also able to get in here, and he jumps out of the ground. This pink dumbass did not know that she had almost dined on Trititan's love right now, so the big boy becomes enraged, and something like lightning appears around his hands, and he hits the destroyer of hearts on her head. By the way, I would like to draw your attention to an interesting fact. At the moment when experiments were being conducted on TELIOTOSI, she was given one of the Trititan's abilities, and when the test was over, her hands turned purple and the lightning appeared around them. So after the alien ate her, this ability returned back to Trititan, and his hands also began to be covered with lightnings. Also, the moment when the lover's hands almost touched is a reference to the legendary painting by Michelangelo called The Creation of Adam. Well, it's time to see how the 99th episode ends now. The Toilet Emperor is standing in front of you, and his faithful friend flies up to him with good news, and Malware reports that he was finally able to find the exact location of the Toilet Necromancer. Now we finally got an answer to another important question. Where exactly did this psycho go? If I'm not mistaken, the last time he appeared was in episode 93, and a lot of time has passed since then. As it turned out, he hid safely. And I am absolutely sure that the madman is preparing some cunning plan according to which he is going to destroy the Toilet Emperor forever. And after that, he'll take his place on the throne and control the Skibidi army. If you don't understand why I think so, then I highly recommend watching my previous analysis right now in order to find out the whole truth about the Toilet Necromancer. The 99th episode turned out to be the coolest one in the entire history of the series. I understand that it is quite controversial because on the one hand, the Alliance did not want to do anything wrong. They just tried to win the war against Skibidi toilets in any way possible. And maybe the battle was almost lost. So they decided to use the last chance and kidnap Trititan and then win over to their side. On the other hand, they put everyone in serious danger and only made the whole thing worse, because even the alien did not help them and was even able to call on his friends for help. They also ruined the life of the innocent TELIOTOSI. You can argue for a long time whether the Alliance acted badly or not, but one thing I can say for sure, the next episode will be even better. And Virlance himself has informed me that very soon we will have a prequel in which even more secrets and mysteries will be revealed. And that's all for today. Write in the comments what waits us in the next 100th anniversary episode. And that was me, ISO Toilet. See ya!